So let's just say if you're having an issue with this click and drag feature where it can create the appointment easily from the calendar view. So the reason why this is not working is because see if you have a bracket next to the calendar name, so that means you're in the team calendar, or if you're under the teams. So this is if you're in the teams, then you won't be able to do that. Right now this feature, it's only limited to the unassigned calendar and the My Calendar view. So the reason why we're doing that is because it was, I think it was causing more issues than the benefits that it brings to the users. So let's just say if I go to the team calendar here, I won't be able to block the entire time slot because we won't be able to block the time slot for the entire team. However, if you go into your My Calendar view, you can only do this if you're added to the team calendar. So if I go into the primary calendar, then you can click here, and the appointment that you're trying to book is the numbers of team calendars that you are in. So let's just say if I'm in the specialist support calendar, then it will show up in here. So it's, I guess it's if I'm logged in as Kate Tess here, these calendars drop down, it's going to be based on what the user Kate Tess it's associated with. So when we come into the calendar settings here, I am associated with this calendar here, so that's why it's going to allow me to create a calendar for myself as a user. So if we go into other users view here, we will not be able to block the time slot for them. Or if we go to the team calendar, we won't be able to block the time slot for the entire team. And for the unassigned calendar, so that means the calendar that's got created under the unassigned section, there's no user assigned to it, so you can feel free to create any appointments, any blocks if you're using the unassigned calendar. And the way to, I guess, create the appointment for the users will be, you'll need to go into the appointments page, schedule the appointment, and then from here you will then select the calendar and then pick the team member, and this is where you can create the appointment for the users. Another way to do this is also to click into the delete, and then you can also add the appointments for delete and then pick the users from here. So that would be the best way to schedule the appointment for users. And if you're trying to block the time slot, so I guess it really depends on whether or not your users will be sharing the Google Calendar with you. So if you want to block some time slot, then going to the user here, you can add the user, ask them to share this primary calendar or any other calendars that it's checking for conflicts. And so the workaround here, it might be best to just ask your user to share the conflicts with you. So go to settings and sharing, and then in here you can add a bunch of people who would have access to your calendar. You would need to let them to be able to make changes and do this, and after that, then you will be able to click and drag the block slots, and these block slots will be marking as unavailable for that particular user, and that would be how you can do it outside of the CRM. But inside here, we won't be able to click and drag to block the time slot for the user, so it will have to be the user itself, or you'll need to use the unassigned calendar to do this part.